Okay. I told Oliver, you wait when I come. My very final question to you will include whether you think that this decision by the judge, which we now can see that is actually not, it's not compliant with the law that is to be used to grant such orders. Whether or not you think that in this regard, the judge has demonstrated incompetence, which is a grounds for removal from office as a judge. Let me see what you think about it. And let's not take some of these things lightly. An injunction, and injunctions such as this in Nigeria led to a situation where elections were stopped midway. And because of that, a return to democratic regime was stopped. The military took over again and continued. So the dangers are there. Yes, Felix, what do you think should be the approach going forward, having listened to the input of the lawyers?
Look, consistency in the application of laws is what engenders confidence in the people, that any particular action or set of actions is grounded on good faith. We cannot have a situation where politicians like myself and Gideon and others hold mammoth rallies in the run-up to elections. Indeed, the Electoral Commission itself is given a dispensation to register millions of voters. Politicians hold rallies and events. The election is held involving millions of people. After that, we've had instances where a church service has been organized involving large numbers, thousands of people, on the blind side of the very security agencies who are supposed to prevent these gatherings. And indeed, something, it may interest you to note that 2 anti-Mahama demonstrations have taken place in the last few months without any consequence to those who organized it. And yet we have a police service that is supposed to be policing the system. However, when a demonstration is announced with the intention of demonstrating against hardships imposed by government, suddenly the police find their voice and they are able to go to court and obtain orders that prevent the holding of such demonstrations. Look, I think that government should allow this to flow. I get the sense that there is some panic that allowing this demonstration would inure to the disadvantage of government politically. And so all manner of shenanigans are put in place to ensure that it does not happen. It should be allowed to flow. The same way that the Electoral Commission was able to register people without an escalation in the cases of COVID. The same way that we held an election. The same way that we campaigned, that the Minister of Information says, did not lead to an escalation in the numbers. A way can be found. And indeed,
I've seen the Director General of the Health Service.
Exactly. The Director General of the Health Service, who I believe is government's lead advisor in the fight against COVID-19, says that those gatherings did not occasion an explosion.
But did you believe that? And do you believe that?
Well, but the government that propounds that theory, or the state that propounds that theory, cannot be the same state that prevents others from exercising their right to demonstrate. Indeed, I have seen the what do you call it? The application to the police, or the notification to the police, rather, for this demonstration. And it's quite comprehensive. They go a step further to indicate what specific steps will be taken to ensure that we do not have instances of escalation of COVID-19 cases in Ghana. So, to cut a long story short, the impediments that are being put in the way of these demonstrators compounds a situation where they are already suffering. In other words, they are being prevented from crying after they have been punched in their gut. You cannot do that to any people. Again,